Hello, everyone. I am back with some very exciting news. Our next run is ready, so please join me in welcoming Ryan Ford with Metroid Fusion Any Percent Normal. Take it away, Ryan.
Hello, hello. Yeah, so as introduced, I'm Ryan Ford, and yeah, so I've got Metroid Fusion Any Percent, or alternatively called No Memory Corruption as well. Because there's a faster category that breaks the game like crazy, more or less. Yeah, so okay, I'm just double checking. Okay. Just making sure that I'm on the right spot to know where to start. Okay, so if we want to count down from 3 to get this run started, 3, 2, 1, go. And yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, so this game has a lot of text compared to most other Metroid games. So I think there's about 25 minutes worth of text. So that's mainly the reason that I'm playing in Japanese, if you can see the text compared to English. Because yeah, it's gonna be a lot of talking to Adam. So I know for the younger people, they know Metroid Dread now. So Adam, the same character, that same character. And yeah, there's a lot of like briefing, debriefing, and like telling you where to go and stuff like that. So this game, definitely people talk about how this game is very linear compared to other Metroid games, but even still, it's like, especially in a speedrun, like it doesn't really feel much different from like other Metroid games outside of like text mashing. So the first objective is to check out this quarantine bay. Since the space station that we're on got infested with X parasites, and it pretty much took over and like they killed / absorbed like everything and everyone in it. So Sam is checking to see if there's any survivors. And there's a pro runner in chat right there. I see Schmade. Appreciate the support, by the way. Yeah, so whenever there's a lot of downtime, there's not too much to talk about. But actually, when mashing through text, there's what's it called? You can use either A, B, or down on the D-pad to speed up text. So I'm kind of in combination. I'm like holding down on the D-pad when there's a new text box that opens, and I'm mashing the A button to try to close the last text box as fast as I can. And then yeah, kind of rinse and repeat. But yeah, it's a bit odd for to get used to for like optimal text mashing. I think some people use like A and B, but yeah, I use down and A since I like separating it with the two hands personally. Super accessible run because of its linearity, since it doesn't have any kind of glitches or massive tricks to the route. Yeah, actually, yeah, I guess this category is like not really. Is there any glitches in this category at all? I don't think there is. I might be wrong. Yeah, same with Hundo. I think there might not actually be any glitches at all.
Well, this is no glitches allowed after all.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes there's been some other games that I've run where there's like maybe like some minor glitches in it for no glitches allowed, but we just call it gamer tech instead of a glitch. Yeah, I think when I ran Zero Mission Any Percent, there was like the Zebatite skip, which it's like a pretty minor glitch in that game. But it's all good. It's almost no glitches allowed for that one. So yeah, a lot of this part of the runs, yeah, pretty much just basic movement, and also grabbing some ammo early, because like these missile expansions they're skippable, but ideally you want to have 20 missiles for the first boss fight against Arachnus, because otherwise if you don't have enough ammo, then it's like you're kind of at the mercy of his RNG. But also having more ammo later for the run is also going to be more important, like navigating through Sector 1 and stuff like that. So yeah, that eye door is one of the bigger instances of RNG. So that it has a 50% chance to shoot a beam and you can't damage it, or to just like open its eye and do nothing and be like wide open to hit. And yeah, so it's 50% chance, and it can do a limit of 4 in a row, 4 beams in a row before it just opens its eye for free afterwards. Oh, I missed the double here. Whoops. I thought I hit it, but I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, that was Arachnus. To touch up on him, he does have RNG, like when he rolls. Like, he did 1 roll for that fight, which is about average, I think. And then the X core that I was shooting at, you can actually get a double hit if you shoot if 2 missiles hit the core on the same frame, then you'll damage it twice. Which I thought that I got the first hit. I thought I got a double on the first hit, but I actually didn't pay attention. It would have turned red if I actually did get the double, which was like already a pretty clear indicator that I didn't get it, but I still thought I did for whatever reason. Fine though. Oh, right, 0% actually has major glitches. How could I forget as well? Yeah, so now, oh gosh, I forgot the lore for this part of the story, actually. Shoot. Oh, right, the, atmospheric stabilizers, I think, are, like, damaged in Sector 1, so... Adam's telling Samus to go investigate that. And yeah, so this cutscene coming up, if you played Fusion, I think it's pretty iconic. With the little semi-jump scare coming up. So yeah, another Samus. You've been destroying doors and everything. Oh, also, during this downtime, I forgot to say that usual shill that I do. So, ! donate, by the way. You want to help out some pups. And yeah, if you like the support, then, you know, anything helps. No matter how big or small donations are. Alright, so down to Sector 1. And so this part, it's pretty important to try and keep your health full. But I don't know, it's kind of easy to get hit. I'm also gonna pick up some like extra energy tanks for safety as well while I'm here. Which yeah, pretty much, yeah, the E-tanks are like kind of in your path, so it's like not it's like a very like small time loss to get them. Just you know, try to make sure I finish the run and make sure I don't die. Like I might occasionally take a safety save as well. Yeah, so there's these atmospheric stabilizers here that have been affected by the X parasites, and it takes 3 missiles to kill them. Okay, I'm gonna slow down here. Oops. Yeah, so here's an E-tank. That normally, like, it's optimal in this category to just skip this E-tank, but, yeah, again, just want extra health and, like, you know, extra insurance to try and finish the run. So I'll probably have, like, 5 or maybe 6 E-tanks during this run, but I think optimally, I think runners in this category usually have 1 or maybe 2. Yeah, it's not good that I took a hit there, because if you're at full health, you whenever you kill these enemies, so these they drop like these X parasites, so the yellow ones restore 10 health and the green ones give you 2 missiles, and you're guaranteed to get a green one if you have full health. So but ideally I was trying to not get hit, and then I was trying to recover myself to full just now there, but I got hit again, unfortunately. So ammo could be an issue, especially because I wasted 2 missiles there. But Well, there's gonna be some pirates coming up, and they drop 2 X's, so... Whoa. So assuming that I... Oh my god. I was gonna say, assuming I don't get hit and I grab their X's, I can, Oh, what the heck? Grab their X's, then I should, be at full health. But then, unfortunately, I got hit, and I, like, missed shots, etc., etc. But it is what it is. So I farmed a little bit on those guys, just to make sure, because, I want to have at least 4 missiles. Ideally, when getting to, the next eye door coming up. So yeah, I have more than enough ammo though now. Otherwise, I would have to go to inside this door to the left on the bottom, and probably have to farm enemies to try and heal up, or try to heal and replenish missiles. So yeah, I'm trying to also do double here, so you can also get 2 missiles on these eyes on the same frame, which I failed every time in this run so far. I think it's frame perfect, if I recall correctly. And then you can also do doubles here as well. Which, I think I got 1 double on that, yeah. Normally it takes 4 hits to kill, but since I killed it in 3 cycles, then... Yeah, the first one was a double, then I missed the second one. So yeah, getting doubles throughout the run saves you a ton of time, generally. It all adds up, like, over the course of the run. Do a horrible strat that's super quick. Nice. Oh, what? Shoot. So yeah, if you hit that, the atmospheric stabilizers with the charge beam that I just got, then, if you hit them at point blank, you can, kill them in 1 hit. But I probably didn't hit correctly, though. So the first time it didn't die. So, some damage values, so the missiles that I have do 10 damage, and then my charge shot at point blank. If you hit with all the particles of the shot, then it does 26 damage, and I think these stabilizers have 25 health. So yeah, if you hit them at point blank, then you can destroy them in 1 hit. Same with the eye doors as well. From now on, I'm always pretty much up until I get super missiles. I'm gonna always use a charge shot at point blank for the eye door instead. To just one-shot them, so I don't need to do those double missiles that I kept failing on the... Wall jump up the left side. Yeah, that's the first time in my life that I've wall jumped up the right side, so... So I was out of ammo. Or almost out of ammo. Alright, so next up we've got... You know, I don't actually know what's happening in Sector 2. Why Adam's telling Samus to go there. I forget. It's been a while since I've like played this game in English. So I've like forgotten a bit of the lore. Oh, because we wants her to download the bomb data. So 4th wall bombs to like clear walls and stuff like that. And with that, first need to unlock level 1 security, so that would be able to open the blue doors as well. So I need to unlock that first to be able to get access to where the download room is. So that D on the map is the download room. And then yeah, Adam's warning Samus about the SAX and how it's mimicking Samus at full power. Since she got infected at the start of the game, there's like an opening cutscene when you start the file, but I skipped that by using a New Game Plus file. So that so we don't have to go through like the intro cutscene like for like 4 minutes every time you reset. So speedrunners just start from like a New Game Plus. Yeah, the overgrown stuff's gonna come up later as well. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to press R there. Yep. So you can also shoot, while running straight, you can shoot 2 missiles downwards at these caterpillars, and you can kill them without getting hit like I did the second time that I took a hit. Alright, so here's level 1 security. Yeah, so it's not like other 2D Metroid games where you have to use different items to open certain doors, like a green door would be like super missiles, for example, and like Super Metroid, and like yellow doors would be like power bombs and stuff like that. But instead, it's just a different level of security. Zoro. Yep. Sometimes I just want to run right into them for fun. Alright, so here's the download. For bombs, so I can break bomb blocks, which will be like on floors and walls. A lot of like kind of random spots. Like all the way over here, there's one. So yeah, throughout the run, it's like, of course I know where I'm going since it's a speed run, but when you're like first playing through this game, then there's a lot of exploration you need to do, and sometimes people just like drop bombs like everywhere and hope that like a block breaks, which is definitely the nature of like older 2D Metroid games. So yeah, these caterpillars, they do a lot of damage, so I also want to be careful. Even though I grabbed 1 extra energy tank for safety, yeah, they still do like 45 damage, so still got to be careful. This part, I don't know what these red things are called, but we try to wall jump over them if they get in my way when I'm dropping down. Oh, that one was not in the way, so I didn't need to wall jump actually. This guy. So I wanted to kill that since it shoots spikes out to the side. You could take a chance and just roll under it, but ideally you want to morph when you drop down off the ledge so that your charge shot releases, and then ideally it'll kill it in 1 charge shot, but I didn't hit like the full parts of the beam. The charge shot's made up of like multiple parts. They each do like a little bit of damage each. Alright, so another RNG boss. So Zazabi, he can jump like a fixed amount of times, or like a range of amount of times. So before he jumps over you and like exposes his bottom part, so that you can hit his eye. I'm getting so far really good luck actually. 'Cause yeah, first cycle can give you 0 to 2 jumps. Second cycle can give you 1 to 3, and then third cycle, oh gosh, I messed up. Can give you yeah, third cycle can give you 2 to 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can't kill this in 2 cycles, but third cycle, there you go. Additionally, there's also a sweet spot when you break these cores. If you kill them like near where you're supposed to collect the core after you break its like barrier or outer shell, then you can collect it right away, whereas sometimes it'll be intangible for a few seconds and like float back and forth. Alright, get a safety save here. Oh, last round's RNG for how long it takes to jump. Oh, what the? I morphed? Okay, well. Okay, since I severely messed up this movement, I'm not gonna try and do the SAX skip. So, I guess it doesn't even, like, save that much time in this category, but to do the, Hundo strat that I'm doing, but, Yeah, I got a morph for like no reason, like when I was falling in. I have no idea why. So I'm pretty sure I would have died if I tried going for it after, because I like lost all my speed for no reason. So I safety saved for like almost no reason as well, because I'm gonna just like show off the skip. Even though I think it loses more time to like save and then go for the skip, like barely, but I don't know. Just wanted to show it off. Oh well, I guess another time. Reset and spring ball skip. Yeah, no spring ball skip for me. That's why I have these extra E-tanks. The impossible strat. I haven't tried doing spring ball skip since like, I don't know, it's probably been like more than a year since I've even tried it at this point. So is right side faster or left side? Because I've seen variants between exiting on right or left. The tutorial I learned from said to go right side, but I don't know. I see like a lot of runners go left. So I don't know. Alright, so this is the first, I think it's the only sector where you go left at the start, but... Left is faster, but right breaks even if done quickly. Oh, okay. So left's faster on average, because it's probably easier, I'm guessing. And I definitely didn't do it correctly, so... Alright, well, since I didn't do sack skip, then at least I have full health, if anything. Because I was gonna probably be at like 99 or something. Oh, I messed up there. It's fine. Yeah, so Sector 4, so there's this electrified water that does damage, and then, what the heck? These crabs, kinda hurt. It's fine, I have so many extra E-tanks that I'm honestly not worried at all. In before I die, despite saying that. Famous last words. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, so there's also door fixes in this game, so you can... Whoops. You can jump through. So when you enter through some doors, sometimes like when the game's transitioning to the next room, then either it'll like move straight like horizontal. So most of these doors are horizontal, so like move straight, or like that door, like it went like up and then went left because I didn't door fix. So some rooms you want to do door fixes to like save a few frames as well. Alright, so I door. Perfect luck. So yeah, again, 50-50, whether it just opens or it just shoots a beam. And yeah, it caps at 4 beams in a row. So that might have been a bad hit. I might have let go too late. So yeah, this boss has a few different patterns that they can move. A lot of them come in pairs. So like usually when you see like the first movement, then you'll know what you'll know what to wait for on his like second movement afterwards. Like there, I knew he was gonna come because he did like the zigzagging thing. Oh my gosh, this is really bad. So normally you're supposed to kill him in 2 cycles if you hit 2 beams, 2 charge beams point blank. But yeah, I messed up a lot, so it is what it is. What the heck? Okay. Somehow I didn't grab this thing on the ceiling for like no reason. So yeah, so you kind of want to grab that thing on the ceiling, like the ladder thing, to kind of like manipulate the core's movement around you while it has like invincibility frames for a while, and then you can you know, wait till it's vulnerable so that you can like line up your 2 shots to try and get like a double missile hit each time. And yeah, so now that I have speed booster from Ceres, then there's some speed booster blocks that you have to break by just running straight for a while, and then you'll gain speed and boost through it. Oh! I thought I was gonna fall. So yeah, actually, also after Ceres, it is a little faster to go to exit through the left side instead of the right side and going through the 2 speed booster blocks, but you have to do a lot of like underwater wall jumps, and it's like, I don't know. Personally, I can do it, but it's like really tiring on my hands, so I never do it. Plus, also I don't even really run any percent much, admittedly, so. With how this run's going, like I like for sure won't PB, but the last time that I ran this game at a marathon was like my last PB, which currently stands at a what was it, like 119.47 or 46, I think. I know it's like high 4x, but it's like 46 or 47, something like that. But yeah, the rest of my PBs, I think my first PB was the only one that I was from like not a marathon, because I just needed a video to submit to marathons. It's been funny. But yeah, so while just speed boostering through a lot of blocks, then pretty much just was able to just ramble about past experiences. Yeah, 119's okay. It's definitely much to be desired.
So what is your favorite part of running this game, for anyone in chat who might be wondering?
Favorite part? Ooh, I like all the boss fights in the latter half of the run coming up. So like Yakuza, Nightmare. Well, okay, Ridley is like kind of, but he has meme factor at least. But yeah, I like the Nightmare fight a lot in this game. Exactly 50th on SRC for any percent. That's hilarious. There's no way. Alright, that's actually not too bad, because I think there's like a couple hundred people on the leaderboard, so it's at least like in the probably like top like 25% or something. That's decent. And yeah, what did I say about for this run? Hundo, I do like Hundo as well, but it is a pretty long category, and like a lot of it is kind of like any percent and then like a 20-minute long cleanup before the final boss. So kind of like almost have like the same run basically. 160 plus with RTA for 80%. Okay, so not top 25% then, because other people, because I assume that time some people that have just the in-game time probably have like a faster time than my PB, if I were to guess. So yeah, when I broke those blocks above with the speed booster, you can actually, you have like one frame where you can store your Shine Spark, like when you gain speed, and then that shaft that I was climbing up the ladder, you can Shine Spark up there to save a little bit of time instead of just climbing up. Yeah, Nightmare was cool. Casually, I feel like a lot of people casually usually get stuck at Nightmare and Yakuza. But I think the strategies are like the strategies for those fights are pretty fun. Especially because, personally, like, when I first ran, the first Metroid game that I speedran was, Metroid Zero Mission, and, all the boss fights are kind of a joke. Especially on any percent. Any percent on normal. So, yeah, a lot of these boss fights have, like, a lot more depth and, like, some strats that I can't even do. Like, you can speed up this fight, like, significantly, but I'm not, like, good enough to do it. But I probably, like, risk dying as well, if anything. So yeah, there's blocks. Yeah, there's a strat where you, like, you can, like, damage boost, like, inside him a bunch of times and, like, abuse your invincibility frames to get a lot of, super missiles into him. Oh, whoops. This is not good. Give me ammo. Thank you. I got lucky. Cause yeah, I think I need at least 3 missiles for the next area that I'm going into. And since I didn't have full health, I definitely wasn't guaranteed to get a missile drop from that enemy. Cause I missed 2 shots everywhere. Unofficial English RTA converted leaderboard that has me 66. Converts all times. Equals sub 120 from English to JP text. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so like more like upper half, but like not quarter, I guess. Ah! I just missed the elevator completely. Airball. I think I've done that twice now. Oh yeah, my bad. So yeah, Cell, when you asked that question, by the way, I was gonna ask, have you played this? Have you played this at all? Or nah?
I have not played any Metroid games, so I am just watching in pure amazement.
Hey, thank you. Okay, so you haven't played any at all. Okay.
No.
You interested in any, or nah?
I don't know. I know so little about them. I would have to do some investigating.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, and it's so easy to get lost in most of them as well. Like this one again is like more linear, but I think casually it's very easy to die because you don't heal, but you don't get many heals like in general in this. So and like enemies do quite a lot of damage, especially in the early game. So it's like, yeah, I think it's generally just like hard to survive. But, you know, it's like not as hard, not as easy to get lost compared to like other Metroid games, I feel.
It's a bit of a trade-off then.
Yup. And then yeah, the 3D ones I think are pretty fun as well, like Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Well, they are really confusing for sure. Like, I did a casual playthrough of Metroid Prime 2 and like I've beaten it a few times, but I still got lost in my last playthrough like a month ago, where I went the wrong way in one spot for like an hour. So,
oh dear,
it happens. Yeah, because I play the Metroid Prime games like maybe once every like 2 years on average. So, still occasionally like forget stuff though. Okay, glad to get through. Some of those parts are kind of dangerous. Those blue X's are frozen, and Samus is weak to ice currently, because her so at the beginning of the game when she got infected by the X parasite, she had they had to use the DNA from the baby Metroid from Metroid 2 / Super Metroid from both games, and had to use its DNA to use with to make a vaccine to use for to kill the X parasites that infected Samus, and because of that, her Metroids are naturally weak to ice. So the Metroid DNA makes her weak to ice, and oh whoops, I forgot to shoot that third guy. And yeah, so these blue X's are like intentionally cold, so instead of collecting X's now to heal health or heal ammo, they do like 70 damage, I think. It's quite a lot. So when navigating in that dark area, it was like very important to just like try to not get hit by any of them or many of them. Yeah, so there's Megacore X. So I went to a download data to get the Varia suit. To actually, the Varia suit is used to make Samus actually immune to cold damage. And yeah, the X Parasite got there first, and it like surprisingly was able to download the data. So I had to kill it and get the Varia suit here right now. So you can actually get double missiles on that fight as well, but I actually missed all of them. So I think that's actually the first time in a run that I got 0 out of no, 0 out of like 5 chances in that fight. But it happens. This game's brutal casually, but the run's sick. Yep. Like I've watched streams of people doing first time playthroughs and like, you know, dying a lot, like especially in the early game, and like, you know, sometimes people are frustrated, like, oh, I hate this game, stuff like that. But usually I see them tough it out. But it definitely takes like a bunch of tries and a bunch of deaths to figure out boss fights and stuff like that. Or if you happen to find a lot of energy tanks, you might get might not suffer that much, but it's not. I think it's unlikely to find a lot of like E-tanks too. So some of them are pretty well hidden, I think. And yeah, if you notice, I've been getting hit by a lot of enemies, but this is exactly why I took like 3 extra E-tanks throughout the run, because I probably would have died a bunch of times if I was trying to be like optimal. Okay, so now that we got Varia suit, so we're getting briefed on. So we're able to go to Sector 5, which is like the cold area. And yeah, normally if you go there without Varia suit, you would just take you would just like constantly take damage and just be like losing health while in that area. So yeah, now that I have Varia suit, then we're sent to go try to download the was it the download data for ice missiles, because in Adam's briefing he's also saying that Samus the Metroid DNA would reject her being able to use the ice beams, so as like compensation, then she's gonna give her ice missiles, which I don't know, it's kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing at the same time. So like missiles will any enemies that get frozen won't get one shot by missiles anymore, because they'll always get frozen and left with 1 HP. So sometimes when enemies are like clearing your way, you can't really like just shoot a missile to like get them out of your way without slowing down. Your missile damage does get powered up by 10 when you get them as well. And earlier in Sector 3 when I fought Box, then I had I downloaded super missiles, which triples Samus's missile damage. So that's why I've been using them a lot to kill enemies generally, because one missile is like slightly stronger than full damage of my charge shot. Yeah, so this is the cold area here, and so there's like a little bit of RNG to deal with. So I'm gonna try and get the speed boost, try and get a speed booster here, but there's this one waver enemy. Sometimes he can be in the way if he has like a downwards flight pattern. So that's why I was looking down and I just like preemptively shot a missile, because you can sometimes get in your way, and then just then you won't be able to charge your speed booster. Then you have to backtrack and go into the other room to go and, you know, charge up your speed booster again. So it can waste a ton of time if you get a bad RNG there and get hit. So in addition, there's like a blue X parasite that's like also in the way, and sometimes that can like block your shot too. So sometimes you're just kind of boned, which is hilarious. Oh, thanks for typing exclamation point donate self, by the way. Oh, whoops, I fat fingered.
Absolutely.
Hey.
And if now's a good time, I'd like to remind people of what we're donating towards. If that's all right with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So No Glitches Allowed 10 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Norfolk, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And so if you've got anything, even $1 helps. If you can spare that, you can check it out. We've got some fantastic incentives too. We've got incentives towards games coming up later tonight, some things for tomorrow. There's a language bid war going on for It Takes Two. That's going to be tomorrow morning. So go check out the Tiltify page. You can see all the information there.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Oh, for also for dogs, so gonna be going to a Smash Bros. Melee tournament later tonight, downtown. And the owner of the venue, he has it's like 2 puppies that I love like petting them and cuddling them a lot.
Having dogs in an event always makes it better.
I know, right? Like 5 months old too. Or wait, one's 4 months I think, and the other's 5. But
so cute, so small, so young.
yeah, occasionally I post pictures on Twitter whenever I'm over at that event. So, you used to have 3 dogs, but I think one of them was rehomed recently, so you used to see all 3 of them like play together, but yeah, now there's 2. Okay, so if anyone knows the Metroid Fusion meme about emergency and Frank Z, and we're even like raising money for Go Rescue Dogs, so it's even more of a reason to spam the meme. Alright, we've got one person doing it. I knew Shade would do it. Shade would do it. No love for Ralph or Z though? Come on, Shade. I'm joking. Yeah, so the main boiler unit is set to explode, so the X-Parasites like find Samus too big of a threat, so they're actually trying to like... They're trying to destroy the whole space station, even if it like takes them along with it. So you start off with 6 minutes, which is well, when you know where you're going, it's a pretty generous amount of time. But yeah, like, so I'm revisiting Sector 3, and I'm gonna be going down instead of up to the bottom floor, which there actually is like a bit of lava around, so I'm gonna still take damage from that. Since I don't have the gravity suit yet. I'm also low on ammo, which is a little concerning, but I think I can make it work with 6 missiles. Oh, also, I guess here's time to talk about a tech called R-Shots. So, while I'm like hanging on this thing, which I don't know how Samus hangs on that with her gun, by the way, the arm gun, but if you press R, if you have at least 1 missile, and you toggle, toggle your missiles on, then if you have a fully charged beam, then it'll release the shot without having Samus stop briefly when climbing, or without her or if I'm spinning in the air when I'm jumping around, then you can also shoot it in the air without like breaking your pin as well. So that tech comes in handy sometimes. Oh, this is not good. Okay, I'm gonna go on the top side here because I just realized I had only 2 missiles left and I needed like 3, I think, to be able to kill the one side hopper and then freeze the other one while it's jumping, so that you can just reach the top of that room faster by using the frozen enemy. So So I'm trying to get 2 doubles to kill this, but I only got 1 double though, the very first one. Second one, I think I shot my second shot too late, barely. Even casually, his time limit's extremely generous. That's fair. If the top door is locked and it like indicates that you have to go down, then it probably is a generous amount. I don't think I ever was like worried about the time when like the first time I played this game casually as well. You might be onto something straight. So yeah, I just took damage there on purpose to try to not fall into the lava. While more so that you get a little bit of extra distance to land on that platform. Because yeah, since the lava is a liquid substance, then you move really slow in water and in lava without gravity suit. So try to avoid like touching lava as much as possible for now. Oh my gosh, I forgot the optimal strat for this room. Oh gosh. It's fine. Yeah, again, admittedly I didn't practice as much as I wanted to for this run, so I practiced up until I think the end of Sector 5, so the rest of this is gonna be like purely like rust play. Should be fine. I'm confident.
Sometimes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes rust play turns out to be very speedy. I've had that happen so many times.
It's so true. Like my my PB for 100% in this game was a D-Rust run where I didn't practice and I hadn't played this game for like a month at that point, and then I was just kind of preparing for another marathon, like the day before that marathon, and then yeah, I got a low hour 46-minute run, but before that my PB was an hour and 50 minutes flat, so I got like almost a 4-minute PB from, I don't know, just out of nowhere from like a D-Rust run. So it's kind of funny. I was like, all right, I'm good. I don't need to practice, I think. This time though, I feel like I'm feeling the rust more because I recently picked up speedrunning Super Metroid, and the games are kind of similar, but then they're like very mechanically different. So like, I feel like sometimes my Super Metroid muscle memory is like kicking in at the wrong time. So I've been having like weird movement occasionally. But yeah, Cell, I was gonna ask, what games do you run, by the way?
I run mostly a bunch of small indie games that most people have never heard of.
Right, small indie games. Because I personally said indie, I was like, oh, Hollow Knight maybe, but...
No, I am the
indie?
sole runner of a couple of them.
Wait, a couple of the indie games?
A couple of my games I am the sole runner of.
Okay. I thought maybe a title of one of them was a couple of them, and I was like, oh, what? I've never heard of that for sure then. Oh, okay. Okay, so you've run like multiple indie games, but it's like you're the only runner for most of them?
For a couple of them, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Cause yeah, there's like another event that I try to submit to where they have like obscure games, so it's like anything that has like less than 8 runners on the leaderboards, then you can submit. But since I submitted a like 9-hour long JRPG, then I guess that's why they didn't accept it. But I wasn't really expecting to get it. But it's the only game that's like considered obscure. I know, right?
That's impressive that you can do a 9-hour run.
It's like more than half of your active day, like 9 hours. Yeah, I have world record in that game called Arcrise Fantasia, but it I think there's okay, so on speedrun.com there's only like 3 runners on the leaderboards, but as far as I know, I think there's like at least 6 people that have run the game. But it's cool. There's like a still slightly active community for it, so like there was a lot of like rerouting and stuff when I joined in on the community in like half a year ago. So it's been really cool. My face when I hold world record for an indie game because I'm the only one who runs it. Hey, world record's a world record though. Oh yeah, I think that you don't have to actually grab this missile, but or optimally, I think you're not supposed to get this one. I might be wrong though, but I'm getting it anyway, just for there's a couple more bosses later on that you're like kind of tight for ammo. So ideally, I want to have 45 to 50 missiles, generally for the late game. Yeah, that one's pretty slow. Okay, yeah, it's like quite a bit of backtracking too. Cause yeah, I sometimes see people skip the one when you're the missile that's like before that one that I grabbed on the way to Sector 1, where you morph through that crawl space. Skip it for one in Sector 5 on the way to power bombs. Oh, okay. So I missed storing the Shine Spark there. Which doesn't really lose much time, like you would Shine Spark into right here where I climbed. But it looks cool when you when you swag with it. Okay, yeah, so pretty much the briefing at this point was to... Oh, why did I jump through the door? Whoops. To go back to the same download data to get power bombs. Yeah, I think since all the other like download stations are destroyed, it was like the only one that you could use. Okay, so there's a very, very low chance, but still like a non-zero chance that I could die to the SAX over here. Oh, actually, I kind of messed up my entry, so I think I'm slightly at risk. Never mind. I can dodge easily. It's fine. Oh, what the? Oh, right. Okay, that was my Super Metroid muscle memory kicking in there. That was thinking that you can rise while like you can jump and then morph, but you would like keep rising with your jump. But in this game, you just immediately start falling down if you morph. So, oh my gosh, wrong muscle memory for the wrong game. It's fine though. That was like, I don't know. I probably wasted like 3 or 4 seconds. So it's like not a big deal. Okay, let's try to remember where to go. Okay, yeah. So, I want to power bomb this bottom block. Just three blocks right there that are breakable by power bombs only. And you get 10 power bombs when you download them, so kind of just had way too many, admittedly. Like it'd be kind of a shock if you like run out of power bombs in a speedrun. Garuda. Oh, that's faster? I didn't actually know that. That's actually well after reading that. Okay. So what's happening this part? Okay, yeah, this part's yeah, so Adam was saying, he said Samus returned to your ship. I think that's like all he says, at least in English. I'm not sure about for the Japanese version. And then, coincidentally, right now the elevator's gonna shut down. Wait, what the? I'm soft locked? What? I've never seen this before, but...
Oh. Game?
Shoot, I actually don't know what to do. Okay, so... Oh my god, what should I do? Um... I'm wondering if I have any, like, backup saves. So it looks like I made a folder called, like, Marathon Saves. So I hope I have a, like, backup save somewhere.
Ooh, let's hope.
Oh, I think I do. Alright, that's a little bit further than the, than where I was just now, but... If this, next save that I check, if it's too far back, I'll just, go to that one, because, probably only missing, like, a minute of gameplay, from that save. So... Okay, yeah. Okay, for the sake of, like, not going over estimate, I'll just load the other save.
Okay.
I keep hard resetting by accident, though, instead of soft resetting. So I'm, like, wasting more time going through the EverDrive menu. Whoops.
That is okay. We're running ahead of schedule, so it's all good.
Yeah, I saw that we were, like, 20 minutes ahead before I started.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so unfortunately, it's like a semi-cheated run, I guess, but, so, the stuff I missed, so the elevator was supposed to break down, and then, you go through this, like, I guess, like, a ventilation shaft, and, kind of make your way over to the ship, so that's pretty much what you missed. And then you go to the ship, and then, Adam tells Samus that, wait, what does he tell her? Oh my god. I'm forgetting. Oh, right, so he was saying that, like, the animals that I saved earlier, they boarded the ship, and he wanted to let her know. And then also that the X-Parasites cut the power to the space station, so you can't use saves and none of the doors will work as well. So some doors are already open, so you can already go through those ones, but that's about it. Oh my god, I'm getting hit by everything. And yeah, so I have to make... So we're trying to find the auxiliary power supply in the station. For now, before trying to fully restore power. Sack skip. Yeah, so there's this boss, Yakuza, I was talking about earlier. And when he shoots these flames down, he has his mouth open, so you can actually get a bunch of shots off screen if you jump and shoot. And then when he scuttles around the room like this, he can do it up to 4 times. Ideally, you would hope he does it once. It's RNG. How many times he'll do it? So yeah, what was that? 3 round or 2 round? Oh yeah, and 90% I also have to be careful about my ammo, I guess. I'd have to start using, like, charge shots if I run out of ammo here. Oh my gosh. Alright, might have to worry about not dying instead. Oh my god. Ooh, I actually ran out of ammo. Alright, so at least I killed him when I ran out of ammo though, so I can farm green X's here. And gonna try to get double missiles as usual. Oh, actually, I have only 1 missile left here, so I can't get a double. There you go. Okay, I think I got 2 doubles in that fight out of 6 hits. It was not bad. Little sloppy though. So now we have space jump, so you can jump. You can like jump an infinite amount of times in the air as long as you're spinning. So I can reach you know, high places quickly and places that I couldn't normally access. Oh, you actually wouldn't even be able to leave that room without space jump because it's too high up. And then in this game, Oh god, I hate space jump in this game actually compared to Metroid Zero Mission particularly. So for this game, you have to be falling for a minimum of 15 frames before you can do another space jump in the air. That is a lot of time. So another SAX. Gonna keep freezing it because I can't do damage to it. But you know, try to freeze it just so that it doesn't shoot at me. I actually took a hit, which is not good. Oh! This is bad. Alright. I forgot that I had to shoot a missile at the floor that's breakable there. Like, oh, wow. I died. Hopefully this save is somewhere after. I think this is after Yakuza, right here. Yeah. Yeah, so, again, that was like another Rust thing. I just like completely forgot there's a missile block there. So it, yeah, so I'm gonna have to escape SAX again. Fortunately, I had to have a save right there, so it's not the worst. But yeah, I got asked in the Discord about that soft lock thing that happened with the elevator. Like, why I kept the screen wrapping over and over. Alright, there you go. Now I've escaped this time without taking damage. And yeah, it moved so slow that key hunter was there too. Afterwards. That the one that killed me. Okay, so need to making our way to the mother plant. Oh my god, I actually forgot the name of this boss. Metroid, or the mother plant, I think is the other name. So there's like a bunch of vines like everywhere that's like choking the power supply, which is caused by the overgrown plants are caused by this plant here. So for the most part, mostly it's going to be shooting a ton of missiles while trying to stand on this platform. So in the first phase, when there was the two small plants that were shooting pollen on the ceiling, they oh, this is kind of unlucky. Yeah, so the pollen on the ceiling, it if you're standing on the far right edge of that platform I was on, then the plants on the left side won't shoot any pollen at you, so you can actually just stand there. And the plant on the right side that's also shooting pollen, it'll go over Samus's head. So it broke. Infinity elevator. And yeah, so apparently getting doubles on that core is easy, but I don't think I got one at all. Heard runners say it's free, but it's the one that I mess up the most personally. Yeah, so now that I have Plasma Beam, oh, I forgot it's a power bomb block. Whoops. Okay, yeah, so Plasma Beam, it, what does this thing do? So it does damage per frame as it's crossing through enemies. And yeah, it pierces through enemies. So you can kill, like, you know, other enemies if they're all, like, lined up behind each other. What the? I lost my speed? What happened there? Which wasn't within Adam's plans for Samus to get the Plasma Beam, but the Tori had it, so. Yeah, so the Plasma Beam, man, it's gonna, it melts, it like shreds through enemies, basically. It's like actually absurd. Oh, except for this next boss that's coming up, but outside of that, it like shreds through like most stuff, like crazy. True, Charge Beam is nuts, and then yeah, Plasma Beam is like definitely absurd. Yeah, in this game, missiles are pretty weak generally. Once you start getting stronger beams. Yeah, the missiles don't really scale that well in terms of power through the later game enemies. Whereas, like, I don't know, for example, like Super Metroid, since I've been speedrunning it, like, trying to have super missiles is, like, really important, like, for most of the bosses. Okay, I'm gonna try the... No! The same, I'm gonna try to Shine Spark across this room, but... and, like, keep it stored through this door. Because you have a time limit before your Shine Spark runs out once you charge it. Unless you use it like this. So it's supposed to fly across, like, that whole area, and then, or that whole room, and then, pretty much end up where I ended up right now. Yeah, so underwater, yeah, again, have pretty limited movement. So, gonna be trying to kill stuff with this, broken plasma beam. Oh, this guy got me there. And yeah, again, since it does damage per frame, it, like, will honestly insta-kill, like, most, like, regular enemies. It's, like, wild. Okay, so trying to remember where to go. I had to think really hard about it. Yeah, it's another eye door. At this point, it's like either you can charge beam or just use a missile, because their health is always the same. And then, normally, just for marathons, I show off getting this E-tank where you unmorph and grab the ledge. Like, I think it's not that difficult, but like, I know some runners better than me at the game that say that they're afraid to do it because it's like hard. So I think it's something noteworthy at that point. If, like, people better than me or find it difficult. So it's gotta be difficult strat. Oh, I'm gonna issue a flashing lights warning for when I kill this phase of the boss. So yeah, if you have like, if you're sensitive to flashing lights or anything like that, you probably want to look away. So I was supposed to kind of lure this guy to, there you go, start flying straight like this. But again, since I didn't practice, I admittedly forgot how to do it. for a bit. There you go. And then yeah, you want to get double missiles if you can. But additionally, getting doubles gets progressively harder throughout the run because every missile upgrade that you get, so the travel speed of the shot is faster, and Samus's rate of fire for the missiles are slower. So it becomes increasingly difficult to get doubles on the cores throughout the run. Yeah, Nightmare doesn't have RNG. It's like purely manipulatable. Yeah, the first phase went like actually really well, but the second phase I kind of messed up the opener, so I wasn't able to like manip him. All right, so we've got. So this is like the lower sector fork, like the underwater section. Which, Samus is also not supposed to know about this in the story, but kind of accidentally end up being here. And yeah, gonna be probably making use of power bombs a lot. And then want to unlock level 4 security doors now, which gives Samus access to some more like very like top secret restricted areas inside the station. So yeah, she doesn't actually have like permission to be doing all this, but we need to get out of here, so gotta do it. Okay, where's this guy? Oh, there. Okay, okay. I was thinking that that enemy was further back. Because I'm like, I know there's one here, but couldn't remember where he spawns from. Okay, so... Oh yeah, normally there's kind of like a tough Shine Spark chain that you would do with the Speed Booster in Hundo. Now, I was thinking about, oh crap, I have to do it, but yeah, I definitely don't have to do it in this category, so... Fortunately, because I feel like I would mess it up how rusty I am right now. So instead, yeah, you can just break the that Kago with the Speed Booster and jump through. Alright, pardon me falling off of ladders occasionally. It's a pastime. Yeah, and here's another item that Samus is not intended to get. Called the... excuse me. Called the diffusion missiles. So we can like charge up the missile holding R. And it being charged doesn't increase your damage, but yeah, it causes that like radial explosion. So you can like radial ice explosion, so you can like freeze things that are like within its radius, or like freeze multiple targets or stuff that you can't normally hit with your regular ice missiles. And Samus's missile damage also increases by 5. But then also, again, like her rate of fire is slower and the missile's like travel speed is faster, so yeah, getting doubles on the next core is going to be like the most difficult it's been. Ah! Messing up. Oh wait, sorry, not this next boss. The boss after the next, because... Alright, technically this next boss, it is the most difficult doubles, but like... I don't know, it's kind of like task only for this next boss to actually get doubles on the core anyway. I've heard legends about an old school runner being able to do it consistently though. But none of the top runners go for it. Okay, so are you trying to space boost? Oh, wow, I missed the jump. Would have been like a small time save to, so when you have the speed booster, then you jump, and since I have space jump, then you can keep your speed booster speed and like constantly space jump in the air. And then I would have tried to R-shot as well to R-shot to open the door so that you could like keep your speed booster like through the door basically. It might have actually sounded confusing the way I said it, like thinking about it now. Alright, so getting into like the deep Sector 6. So yeah, basically the point of the story now, so the box that I fought in Sector 3 that ran away after I damaged it a lot, then it's running loose in Sector 6, and it'll, whoops. It's running loose in Sector 6, and yeah, Samus trying to find it and destroy it, basically. Finish it off. Because it's been infected by X parasite now. So here it is. Usually people that run this game like spam Cat Jam a lot for this song. Even though I know some people hate it because they find it too repetitive as well. Yeah, so just using a combination of like Wide Beam and Plasma Beam, you can usually just kill all the missiles that Xbox is shooting. And then you kind of just move out of the way afterwards when he jumps to the side. Also, the water is electrified while he was alive, so you also take constant damage being in the water too. I guess because his part of his innards are exposed. Yeah, the hitbox is pretty awkward. I like tanked so many missiles off of the side too. That one, when I first learned to run this game, I had to like practice that quite a bit just to get used to. Or both box fights actually. Getting used to like hitting when shooting on an angle. And trying to avoid getting hit as well. Yeah, so there's no entry without authorization, and now I've apparently gained authorization with this wave beam, since you can shoot through walls now with wave beam, so I could hit that switch that was on the other side of the wall. No! How did that happen? It's a very small time loss, but I'm failing all the swag shine sparks. It's kind of funny. I'm just using them. For whatever reason, if you jump through the door, usually these 3 baby Metroids will be like lined up on top of each other, but I think I didn't jump high enough, so only like 2 of them lined up. And then yeah, it's RNG where these babies all spawn, and they'll knock you out of your spin when you're trying to space jump up, as they're like waving back and forth. So actually, that's actually a really bad pattern. They were all like in the way in like zigzags, so, and they were like blocking the shortest path to getting out of that door. So you have 60 seconds to escape, and as you can see, I got out in like what, 6 seconds? Even 6 is really slow. Like, should be getting out in like, I don't know, 4 or 3 to 4 seconds, I think. Yeah, so since Samus wasn't supposed to be in this restricted area, then she came in unauthorized, and so they found out that there's that the Federation's been creating Metroids after they've gone extinct. Adam said it's for peaceful applications, but still kind of suspicious though. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, I just like getting hit for fun, I think. And yeah, Adam was also saying how, like... Oh, what am I doing? Whoops. Samus should have noticed because of, Sector 1 is like a perfect, replica or like copy of planet SR388, which was the planet that you play in Metroid 2, or Samus is in Metroid 2. So that environment is like perfectly copied. So yeah, it was like for a purpose of breeding new Metroids after Samus exterminated them all in Metroid 2. Yeah, that gold pirate was a problem there. So normally you're supposed to hit them when their back is exposed. And what the heck? Okay, yeah. So when their back is exposed, then you hit them. But if you're the game just checks if you're both facing the same direction, so you can shoot your plasma beam, and as it travels through them, if you turn around and like show your back to them, then yeah, the game's like, okay, they have their back turned, I guess. Oh, I'm actually at like risk of dying. I gotta... Oh my god, I'm actually dead. Oh, this is really bad, wow. I've never died in that fight either in my life. But I did mess up the opener really badly, because I was holding...
That's, you know what, that's alright, because you're just doing the pro strat of giving us more time to get donations in.
Helping the marathon catch up by going way over estimate. But yeah, everybody should donate though. That can, like, within your means, obviously.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna hope that I have a save here, because yeah, this fight has been pretty catastrophic, to say the least. Or the run has been Okay, yeah, I think I have... Okay, yeah, I have a save, like, right at Ridley, fortunately, so... Good job past me, like, a year ago, or something. Admittedly, don't even remember making these saves, but... Yeah, this fight is actually, like... With this many, like, E-tanks, this fight is pretty easy, but... I'm actually not sure why I wasn't breaking out of when he was holding me, though. I shot at him like 4 times, like, tinked off of like nothing or something. But yeah, so since Ridley's hitbox is so huge, then the charge shots with plasma beam go like really they hit him for a long time since they're doing damage per frame. If you fight him with like only missiles, it takes like 100 of your like fully powered missiles to kill him. But you can kill him in about a dozen charge shots with the plasma beam. All right, yeah. So I'm not sure if I hit any doubles, but. Yeah, additionally, when I died the other time, I like a couple times was holding the R button to try and like angle up like I would in Super Metroid. So like, again, the muscle memory from that game is like it's making it like doubly worse for like being rusty, basically. So. But I like lost my charge shot a couple times and wasn't attacking him. I just kind of like stood there and took hits occasionally. But it's all good, we're past that. So now we're reaching pretty much the end of the game. Like heading towards the final boss now. Favorite Metroid game to speedrun? I've been having a lot of fun with Super Metroid. I just started running it in... Oh god, was it end of February or start of March, I think? I think it was like late February, if I recall correctly. And I feel like I've been getting better at it, but there's still like so much to like learn and improve on. It's been really cool. Then yeah, Metroid Zero Mission, I like the movement the most out of the 3 Metroid games that I've run. And then yeah, Super Metroid, there's a lot of things I dislike movement-wise in that game, but there's so many like crazy strats like for almost every room in the game. So no, I don't have a 49. My PB in Super Metroid is a 50:02. But so for that run, I had planned to after getting a 49 in like the old route, using the old route, so killing all the bosses in their quote-unquote intended order, then so KPDR, Kraid, Phantoon, Dragon, Ridley. Then after getting a 49, then I was planning to switch to a harder route, but then when I got the 50:02, then I decided close enough. So now I've been running the hardest route, PRKD, so Phantoon, Ridley, Kraid, Dragon. And so my PB with that route is 51 minutes flat, I think. So been working on it. Though I haven't played for about half a week because I was preparing all the other games for marathon runs coming up. Which yeah, so like maybe next week I might get back on that grind because I still need to derust Mega Man X3 since I'll be running that on Sunday for this event. So y'all should catch that. I think around like 6 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, hopefully I won't be like as rusty as I am in this game. I'll try to practice, but I'm gonna be like busy tonight, and then I'm gonna be busy like literally all day tomorrow. Like I won't be at home. So when I wake up on Sunday, probably gonna grind some practice. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed the run, since probably got about like 3 minutes left. Assuming I don't die again, because there's like definitely a non-zero chance that I could die, despite having so many E-tanks. Saw something new. The only new thing I can think of is dying to Ridley. Oh right, I'm supposed to go up here. Whoops. Oh, this is really bad. I actually should have at least practiced this stun lock before. Oh my god. This is gonna be funny. Alright. Very slow, but I've got the cheese at least. So yeah, you can like kind of like freeze the SAX and shoot it with a charged plasma shot and refreeze it before it can move. But yeah, I like completely forgot how to do the stun lock briefly, so it's like, wait, how'd I do this again? And then you get doubles here if you space your jumps correctly, but I didn't get any though. Alright, well, at least I got through it alive, if anything. Alright, so the escape sequence, so... I forget exactly how long this takes before time, roughly. Like a minute and a half or something. But pretty much near the end. So yeah, 3 minutes for this like end fight and everything. I think casually, actually, it's not like the time is like kind of tight when you like don't know what you're doing, basically, which is expected when you're doing like a first playthrough, right? But yeah, in the speed run though, you have like a decent amount of time to like get through. Already done. Alright, can I get the low height shine spark for the swag? Nope. I think I sparked the frame too early. Yep. Just barely. Yeah, so here's the final boss, the Omega Metroid, and I wasn't supposed to get hit there. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I've got the 1 HP sequence, similar to Super Metroid, like, versus the final boss in that game. I'm assuming that's where they, like, took this from. So the SAX, since Metroids are its natural enemy, it actually, like, ignored Samus. Oh, I did that wrong. So you can actually stun lock this guy if you do enough damage. You'll keep making him back up constantly. I had forgotten how to do it at first. So. Yeah, so time is when I get touched by the tractor beam from this ship coming in from the background. Alright, time. No upshot. Oh yeah, right. Upshot is like the... I forgot that's the easy strat. I was thinking diagonal was the easy strat. Because yeah, diagonal is what I always do for randomizer runs, but yeah, upshot is for regular runs.
GG, that was a fantastic run.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all enjoyed that. I assume I went over estimate, but
that is all right. You know, it's not a marathon without a few fun little tech issues, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a couple deaths and like yeah, the game like freezing for no reason. So it is what it is. And yeah, thanks for keeping me company, so as well.
Yeah, you're welcome. If people want to find more of you, where can they find you?
All right, so you can definitely look me up on Ryan_Ford522 on pretty much all my socials are the same with that. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So yeah, if you want to find me there, then yeah, I'm welcome to have y'all. And yeah, as I said earlier, I'll be back on Sunday for Mega Man X3, so hopefully y'all enjoy as well. And yeah, catch y'all later.
Wasn't that a fantastic run, everyone? Again, big thank you to Ryan for showcasing that really, really fun time. We have another one coming up in just a moment, but before that, I'd like to remind everyone about a little bit about the charity that we are supporting here, Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. So in 2011, a local woman named Georgia Albinos lost her home, and her only focus became on how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date with no signs of slowing down. And that is why it is so important that we give them, we donate funds for them. You can also go to their website. They have a How Can I Help tab where you can see their Amazon wish list. You can help support them by buying things like dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap repair towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. So there's lots of ways to help them out, and it's a great cause. It helps out dogs who otherwise will not have a home, and it helps them get connected to the right home, get them adopted out to the right places. And if you'd like to help out with No Glitches Allowed, we are always host volunteer applications before our events. They typically are alongside submissions, and they're announced on both our Discord and our Twitter. So keep an eye on those if you're interested in running production, tweeting tweets, or maybe even hosting live on the mic, just like me right now. And if you're looking to volunteer the first time, we are more than happy to help you get your foot in the door. There's always room for people for their first time to volunteer. But for now, I'll leave you to enjoy the music as we wait for the next runner to be ready, with Bram Stoker's Dracula coming up in just a few minutes.